Okay, hello. I'm gonna show you now a divergence QM fail. I have shown you entries using bearish divergence and bullish divergence. Now let me show you how to know if that zone will fail, that QM entry or that divergence. Okay, so if you come here, we start with 30 minutes like this. Price, okay, price was like this. It was forming lower lows like that. Yeah, it was forming a bullish divergence. Then for the awesome oscillator, you draw it like that. So you zoom into 5 minutes. There was a QM. This was supposed to be a very perfect entry for buys because there was fair value gap. OP was also there. Okay, do it like that. So price was supposed to come tap reverse. You get it? So I was waiting for price to went up. I was waiting for price to come and tap, then go to TP1 at this resistance here. But what did price do instead? Asia session at around 2 3. Price sold with momentum. If you see something like this, just remove your limits because price is gonna come and sweep them off. Huh? So you come, you see, just zoom into 5 minutes. You see what price was doing. I was expecting for price to come here and reverse. Huh? Price went in a range like that. All of a sudden, price broke out with the momentum. You see. Now this is a very clear indication that you're not supposed to buy. You see, price broke out with no base structure. So I always expect a drop base drop, or there is a RBR, RBD, whatever those things. This one price sold immediately, you see. And what did price do when it approached that QM? A big candle broke it, you see. So if you see this one, you could have seen that from this one, just remove those limits or don't enter that buy. Because if you want to see a good example of a price movement that will reverse, you'll see corrective moves like this, small moves like this, corrective ones. So when it gets there, it will form something like a 5 minute divergence, then reverse, or it forms a 5 minute bullish engulfing, reverse, or a double bottom and reverse. But here you could see clearly that price was not about to make those moves. So you exit immediately. And what does price do when it breaks a QM? It forms an IQM. So most of the time I always risk very badly. So I always check at the awesome oscillator like that and see prices at the below the zero line. Yeah, with the red bars. So I know that price is gonna sweep and form an IQM. So that when it forms that IQM, price will come back and tap the IQM, then sell a little bit, okay, maybe get to this support, then come back again to this QMC. Now this is a Quasimodo continuation like this, you see. So you do it like that. Yeah, IQM is for taking control over. Okay, for me, I risk from this one. When it breaks, I enter sell. I could have targeted this one, then I wait for it to come back this one and sell again to this point, then it can come back again to this QMC point, then now sell massively. Or if it breaks that QMC point, now you wait for it to break again, retest it, then buy. Yeah, you never fail to get an entry in this QMC stuff. Okay, now let me show you. You draw it. Let's mark using a horizontal red line. Okay, like that. Also, there is another QM high. You mark it like that. Yeah, since both have been broken, from this point here to this, broke, then came and broke this one low. Now you wait for price to come back here, but also there is this one here. You check, then break, you wait for it here. So you can wait for it here. Since they are close by, you wait for a week. You see, you wait for a week. Now I'll be waiting for a sell here. And then let me mark the top one like that. So I'm waiting for a sell there using that QMC. Even that minute is clearly showing. Yeah, that will be a QMC now for continuation on sales, because this divergence failed and the 5-minute QM failed. Now I wait for price to come back to that QMC and I target this support here. Yeah, so I'm incorporating QMC, IQM for 5 minutes that was broken and divergence fail. Yeah, I call it a divergence fail QM. Yeah, so you wait for QMC. QM tends to confuse a lot of people. Yeah, I know it's confusing. It's very tricky. But when you master it, you're very good to go. First, you master the major QM, the major QML or QMR. That is the major one. The rest follows. If you want to master the rest, is up to you. So that is how to know if that divergence is gonna fail. You see, it failed. Formed IQM here. It's coming to retest that IQM, then sell a little bit, then come back here up again, then sell. Just like that.